In this video, we're going to go over some of the special tools, as well as some of the common tools you're going to need to tear down and rebuild the 4L60E transmission. A while back, I created a comprehensive 4L60E automatic transmission video with extreme detail. In this video, I'll be using clips from that video to explain how these tools work. Now let's explore those specialty tools. Boom! The most commonly used tool will be the spring compressor. The one I'm using here is inexpensive and not complicated to work with. Commonly known as the universal spring compressor, it gets its name because it can universally work with most automatic transmissions. You will need a stator ring sizer installation tool. You will also need an input shaft ring sizer installation tool. You will definitely want to get a pump puller of sorts. Whatever you do, don't use a screwdriver to pry in behind the pump. There are orifices with check balls as well as moving valves in bores in the stator side that can be easily damaged. Caution is definitely needed here. You will need a pump and stator alignment band. This is a must-have tool. Install the pump back in the case misaligned, and bye-bye pump, and maybe trash the converter as well. You'll need a lip seal installation tool. The one I'm using here is a simple hobby knife with a thin tapered blade. You'll need a decent bushing driver set. Hey, if you're unsure of the removal and installation of the bushings, I've incorporated a video segment in the playlist showing you proper procedures on replacing most of these bushings. Now let's cover that much needed snap ring pliers. In the 4L60E, there's a small output shaft snap ring holding the main planetary gear section in place. It is imperative that you have the right tool. The one shown here is a Cornwell ML15 and works perfect for this job. It has the right tip length as well as an excellent tip curve. Absolutely perfect for this particular snap ring. Sadly, Cornwell stopped manufacturing them years ago. So was the journey to look for its replacement. Yeah, good luck. It took me forever to find a set even close to the ML15. However, I did find one that was equivalent. Hey, I've spent hours and hours and hours surfing the web to gather together all these specialty tools and their affordability. I've actually built a page for the beginners as well as some of the pro tools that us pros use. I've placed a link in the description below to that website where you can get all these specialty tools with one click. Boom! You'll need a torque wrench, manual or a digital one, to set the valve body bolts as well as the pump assembly. A decent set of calipers is nice to have. After all, we are working on the automatic transmission with its many precise tolerances. If you don't already have a set, you'll need to grab a set of long blade feeler gauges to check the clutch pack clearances. You'll need plenty of shop towels. You'll need to use compressed air regulated through a blowgun to help separate and clean some of the parts. You'll need a basic tool set, hammers, screwdrivers, socket sets, and a good assortment of pliers, as well as a good set of snap ring pliers. To remove the front and rear seals, we chose a healthy screwdriver with a hardened handle, a washer style stop, so as not to fall apart when receiving light blows to the end of the handle. Try to get away from using the conventional seal remover. Due to its pointed hook design, it has the potential to gouge the aluminum when pulling the seal. You'll need to pick up a basic mechanic hook and pick set. You'll also need to make 2 pair of guide pins, a 5/16 or metric 8 set, 3 inches long, and a set of 1/4 inch or metric 6, 2 inches long. Build a small taper to the ends of each guide pin. Now for the shaft lever seal. On the side of the transmission next to the pan rail, there is a small seal that will need to be replaced. The only way to remove and replace this seal is with the shaft seal removal and installation tool. This set is for the long shafts, usually 1996 and newer. And this application is for the shorter shafts and will service several other GM transmissions as well. If your transmission has the bolt-on bell housing, then you will require this size Torx bit to remove and install it. Hey, I know we've covered a lot so far. Here's a simple recap of the basic specialty tools you will need to get the job done. Hey, to make it more convenient for you, giving you more time on the rebuild, I've placed a link in the description below where you can get these specialty tools with one click. Boom! Now let's talk about the procedures the pros use for cleaning those transmission parts that's been baked and soaked by years of burnt fluids, as well as that nasty tranny case that's covered with road grit and years of oils being splashed back from the engine. Basically, you have only two choices. You can clean all the parts by hand by the old scraping and scrubbing method. It is okay to use a handheld pressure washer if you have one. Now here's the machine the pros use, like this bad boy built and designed by Temco right here in the good old US. This is a heated parts washer and incorporates a turntable which rotates the parts and is sprayed by heated water mixed with a chemical soap designed to clean transmission parts. If you're going to be doing this full time as a career, don't settle for just any parts washer. You'll be utilizing this machine every day. I've been doing this now for 30 plus years, and I've worked with many parts washers, and I've never came across one that cleans and works as good as this Temco. The one shown in this video is 18 years old and still works like the day I bought it. Check this out. As far as those old baked on gaskets, well, they just fall off. Love it. If you want one of these bad boys, simply hit the link in the description below, which will take you to my website where you can get one for yourself. Believe me, you will not regret owning one of these machines. If you're serious about building the 4L60 transmission, then you will definitely need the special tools mentioned throughout this video. If you're thinking about building transmissions for a career, I would highly suggest the Pro Tools. The automatic transmission is precisely designed with extreme close tolerances. However, with the proper training and the proper tools, anyone can build an automatic transmission. It's really not that hard.